Hello, everybody. I am this year's District 61 Great Starts honoree, Aeneas White. I am here to talk about a handful of things, but mainly some things that will help you guys develop, mature, and grow in life, and hopefully be successful humans within this society that we are living in today. Just a few things about me personally. My name is Aeneas White, as I already stated. I was in the District 61 system from 4th grade, where I went to Lace Elementary, all the way through 8th grade, where I graduated from Eisenhower back in 2009, I believe. I am the baby and the only boy of 4 children. I do have 3 older sisters. I was a multi-sport athlete for most of my life until I got to college, where I only narrowed that down to football. I then graduated and turned into a cybersecurity professional. Took a year off between my undergraduate degree and went back to school and got a master's degree in cybersecurity. And I am a lifelong Chicagoan before moving down to Indianapolis for school. And I've recently moved over to, or down to, Texas. So what we're here to talk about today is progression and maturation, or maturing as a person. And I'm here to give you some tips on what I believe will help make that the most efficient. So there's 3 things that I want you all to learn. First being empathy, second being balance, and the third thing is time management. And then there are 4 things that I want you to be. That's honest, respectful, accountable, and adaptable. I will go into all of these here shortly into detail, but I wanted to get you honed in on those 7 words here to start. So the first word was empathy. We talk about empathy as being able to understand things from other people's perspectives, or being able to relate to something that somebody may be going through or have gone through, whether that's because of personal experiences or imagination. But it's 4 things that come to mind about that kind of go hand in hand with it. First thing being perspective, second thing being understanding, third thing being sympathetic, and then the 4th thing is also having patience. When you understand somebody else's perspective and what they're going through or what they're feeling, it breeds a different level of patience for you to kind of sit with them and let them process whatever it is that they're going through, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. And obviously, if there's something negative going on and you understand that, you become more sympathetic to them as well, giving them grace, cutting them some slack, things of that nature. Your teachers often have this empathy and sympathy towards you guys when maybe you make a mistake and mess up, break a rule, forget a homework assignment, do poorly on the test where they let you redo it, etc. Next word is balance. Balance, I believe, is the biggest key to life. And it's everywhere you go, and it's with everyone you know. So balancing time with your family, your friends, your school, your extracurricular activities, whether that be sports, theater, art, band, the whole 9, and then also just you yourself. You have a lot of things going on in life, and you have to balance it all. And the last one is time management, which helps you with the balance itself. We all have 24 hours in a day. I think it's important that we have a plan, have a schedule, and have the execution of the plan and the schedule, because having that routine is probably the most effective part of living a successful life, in my opinion. It makes life more simple, and it helps you navigate things much better when you know what's coming and you know what to expect. On to the things that I want you to be. So first 2 being honesty and respect. If you want to be trusted as a person, regardless of who the party is that is trusting you, you need to be honest. And that starts with being honest with yourself and then also others after that. And on the respect side of things, respect is, to me, how you treat everybody, not just those you want to impress. So best friends, people you might not have the greatest experiences with, teachers, parents, friends, family, the whole nine. Everybody gets treated the same when it comes to strangers, from the CEOs all the way down to the janitors. We have to respect everybody. And first on that list of people to respect is always yourself. You've all been taught different things by your parents and those around you, and it's all centered in being respectful to yourself. You have to respect yourself before you can respect anything and anybody else. And so if you start within the home, yourself being the home, everything else kind of flows naturally off of that. Being accountable, which is an adjective where one is required or expected to justify actions or decisions and be responsible for them. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. The teachers around you and administration around you are not perfect. But when it comes to maturing, one needs to own up to the things that they do, say, and feel, because the things that we do, say, and feel have consequences. Some are good, some are bad, some are right there in the middle. You have to own up to it. Take responsibility for the things that you've done and understand that this one mistake or this one incident does not have to define the entire future of you. And be open and honest and willing to accept criticism from those around you to not make that same mistake twice, 3 times, 4 times. Being accountable for things also goes into being honest and being trusted by those around you and those you care about. It's hard to be somebody that people can depend on or trust if they're never somebody who can own up to the things that they've done or said or felt. The next thing is adaptable. Going back to the time management and the balancing piece where I brought up planning and executing the plan, things in life don't always go as we plan or expect them to. And so in order to remain successful and stay on task and stay on track to achieve the things that we have in life or that we want in life, we have to be adaptable. You have to be able to adjust to change very rapidly. Now, this is something that is not necessarily a destination, but a journey. And I say that to say you will make mistakes in trying to adapt, but you become better at it the more you do it and the more you practice it. Understanding that you're going to fail, but you can always have another opportunity to do better is something that I always keep in my mind to help me make sure I don't get too lost in trying to be perfect and do things the exact way that I plan them to be. And so I think being adaptable in life, in every aspect of life, is something that will definitely help you grow and mature and be successful in this world. So, to wrap things all up, I know I spoke pretty fast, and I know I spoke to some things that probably won't hit yet, but I will, and I firmly believe that these things will come back full circle eventually, and I want you to be able to remember the things that I said today, and I'm hoping that this video is saved somewhere that you guys can be given it later in life or as you graduate from middle school and go into high school. That way it can stay with you. But just a few final reminders with things that I think makes people great and more well-rounded and personable. One, knowing yourself. You have to know who you are as a person, know what you're good at, know what you're not so good at. Being honest about who you are and being okay with who you are. Loving yourself, trusting yourself, being respectful to yourself. I think that is very important. The second thing is planning. Having a plan, making the plan, keeping to the plan, and sticking to everything. Third thing is execute. Whatever that plan is, make sure, like I said, we stay on it, we practice it, and we get it done. Make goals that are actually achievable, and challenge yourself with those goals. Don't make it something super easy all the time. There are goals that you should have that are less challenging, but there's also some that should push your limits at times too, because that's how you grow as a person, is by putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Fourthly, when it comes to the execution of things in life, or the moving forward and growing, there's 1.5 million things going on around you, to you, for you, against you. Most of those things you cannot control. Control the things that you can control and worry about only the things that you can control. I think that'll help you mentally and internally, and it'll help you stay grounded in who you are as a person, and understanding that you can only do so much. That way you don't overburden or overstress yourself and have yourself in a bad space mentally because of that. And lastly, just have fun. I'm sitting here having a serious conversation to you guys, but at the end of the day, I'm also on a different screen here looking at Halloween costumes to join my work meeting for in a couple weeks, because having fun is what makes life worth living. I'm never this serious ever. Any teacher who knows who I am from these schools will likely have a lot of stories to tell you about me. But yeah, it's you guys have got a whole life to live ahead of you. Make the mistakes now, learn from them, have fun, go do great things. For those who are at Lace, one of the best schools ever. For those who are at Eisenhower, also one of the greatest schools ever. I hope you all go on to do great things in life after the high school level, go on to college, or go on to a trade and do things. Work for yourself, work for a different company, work for a big company. Even if you want to be a school teacher, go do it. But be the best at it. Thank you.